There's many things that I could reflect on. And mixed relationship, like I said, it can change you or break you, tear you apart, flip you apart. It can dissect you section by section to make you realize to fit in their mold. Many of the things that I thought it was the right way, or the good way, or the best way, it turns out to be the most dysfunctional way. I don't know what to say about myself. Is it because I grew up in a dysfunctional family? Is it because I grew up in a hypergamy family? Is it because I brought up this society? And the more I look at it, the more I think about it, this whole independent freedom where I grew up, this model. If you look back your peers, or you look at your peers, whether they are going grail, married or whatever, there's a huge difference that you have to accept the reality. As Westerners, we are high spenders. We get paid weekly, we get paid based on hourly, we have double pay or triple pay on public holidays. We just live life, enjoy lifestyle. That's what it is. But to also own things or things like that, you start to realize being independent and freedom is not going to get you anywhere in comparison to the migrants who utilize their migrant strength, right? Whether it is the Indian culture who has intergenerational, live in one household, many of them do, or some cultures out there have intergenerational in one household. It is very difficult to compare someone who is like husband and wife and a child and not having a tribalism, collectivism, versus the individualism. There's two different settings and two different goals. And obviously there's a two different hierarchy. In the individualism, I'm the king, you're the queen, nobody is going to interfere. When in the collectivism, there is a hierarchy to show what's best and worst. Someone who's ahead, or X, Y, and Z. There's many of these things that I could say. I could say that my last 4 years in regards to finance, I have failed miserably. It is not proud for me to say this. It took me to this level to look at it, dissect and everything. And when I looked at it, I started to realize that it is bad. And now I start to realize many of the Aussie born or many of the community that is being promoted in the YouTube channel, whether you're MGTOW, whether you're liberal, whether you're left, whether you're like not getting to family, whatever, it creates a dysfunctionality within that we don't know. And the moment you get into a relationship, the power struggle and everything like that. And what I'm trying to say here is, when you're single or not getting family or divorce or intergenerational, you do not know how much it impacts on everything, because you're always being your own boss, own king or queen at the same time. As many of them cannot be changed and things like that. And so for when you become this freedom, independent, no need a man or no need a woman or whatever to rely on or depend on, it becomes to the stage where our survival is very weak comparison to migrants. Where migrants, whether they shift the money back to their hometown, whether their plan is to retire to back in the country, whether it's to buy more property and invest. Many of the Western born, when you know too much, you do not want to take any opportunity of risk. And that becomes a problem, because as you get older, you start to realize your bank account, and you start to realize what I'm going to do before I retire or get to the retirement stage. We're so idolized on divorce. right, into the current world, whether from social media or peers or society, whatever, you guys name it. The fundamental of the whole thing is that it destroys your surviving rate as you get older. You see, as you get older, let's just say a two intact marriage couple, they stayed with it, they held it with it, their survival rate is a lot greater than those who are divorced. When you're divorced, or let's just say single, whatever the reason, right, you only got one pension. Now that can range from 400 to 1,000, I think it's per week or a fortnight. You guys have to question. If you have husband and wife, it's okay, you know, and you have houses and you can play around. Two income is better than one, right? Regardless if it's pension, regardless if it's income, anything, two is better than one. More than two is better than one as well. But we have lived and idolized this individualism, freedom, the entire time. Where does it get us? Yes, we have power, we have freedom, nobody's telling me what to do, I'm the boss. But where does it lead you to? Yeah, you're great, you're smart, but you can't survive. And when you have like that, who are you going to blame? The government? The government can do as much as they can, right? The society? Well, the society can do as much as they can. But we idolize too much on all that. And we idolize too much, we started to realize, wow, we cannot survive in this current world. That is the most difficult thing that I get to know, the reality of the whole thing. It is very difficult from head to toe. We're buying houses more than $700,000. Can we pay off? That's another question. I'm not going to say it. Okay, we refinance, we go holidays and cars, we're just going to pay the interest and we'll see how it goes. That bank loan is not going to go small and reduce that fast. And that's why I said it is very difficult in today's world. But this whole freedom independent has destroyed many families. The grass is green at the other side. And when you have like that, you start to think as you get older, oh snap, I need $400,000 to go to retirement village. Oh snap, I have dementia or a form of whatever elderly form of, or unable to look after yourself. I need to go aged care. Another $400,000 or $500,000. You see, this is what happens when you don't pay off your property and you try to pay it off. It just life. The end goal is a lot of struggle.